everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Renovating EA, the series in which I renovate EA's lots. And today I am renovating It's a Good House, home of Brent and Brett Hecking, and their dog Rosie. I'll be honest, I haven't played this household. The one time I rotated between all of the pre-mades, I never made it to Brindleton Bay. It was in my unpopulated save, and I had to redecorate every house so it would fit each household. And I made it through San Myshuno, and then another idea struck, and I abandoned that save. Which is the whole point of this series, is I'm renovating these lots so I can eventually rotate through all of the pre-mades, but also so I'll have another base save whenever I want to play with pre-mades or play with pre-mades in the world. Anyway, about the Heckings. I also don't know a lot about them, much like the rest of the residents in Brindleton Bay, because again, I haven't played them. But from what I've gathered, Brent is a romantic goofball who loves dogs, and Brett is a personal trader who loves the outdoors and exploring Brindleton Bay. Based on their traits, it seems that they connected over their mutual love of art, because Brent is also an art lover, and Brent is a painter. And they have, Rosie. For the color scheme of the build, I choose my Sims' favorite colors based on the most prominent color in their wardrobe, specifically their everyday outfit. And I usually give them two favorite colors, one being their main favorite color, and the other one kind of being an accent color. With that in mind, Brent's primary favorite color is green, and Brent's is blue. I went with a muted blue and green color scheme throughout the house to better represent them both. I also went with, as far as the decor style, I went with a rustic or country decor for the interior, because I felt it fit the house and the world nicely. Plus, I'm a sucker for decor or rustic decor style. I thought about doing a modern or mid-century modern style, but it just didn't seem to fit the house. Anyway, as far as Rosie goes, there's not a lot going on for her. She just has a bed, a food bowl, and a toy box. I don't really do too much for pets whenever I do a house that is going to have pets in it. Just their necessities. But with Rosie, I feel like she's kind of the ruler of the house. Like, she runs this household. Which, of course, how could she not? She's adorable, and how could you tell that cute little face no? And I really don't think that they do. But I don't know. Again, that's just the vibe I get, because I haven't played them. For the shell of the build, I wanted to make it a little bit smaller. The original build seemed a bit big. I don't know, it just seemed awkward. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. But I still managed to, as small as it is, managed to make it a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. The rooms are small, but Brent has his own studio to paint, and they have a small, very small library / office. Although, can you really call it a library when there's only one bookshelf? Anyway, since this was such a big lot, I did use the terrain tools. It made it easier to landscape, and I think that it adds dimension to the lot. I don't normally use terrain tools a lot, because the worlds in The Sims 4, as we all know at this point, are just really flat. So, and there's no terrain on the outside. Like, there's no hills or little no dimension outside of the lots. Most of it's just flat. So whenever I do use terrain tools, I like to keep the terrain manipulation and the raising of the terrain into the middle of the lot, so that it's flat on all of the sides, so it kind of just blends in a little bit better. And that's what I did with this. it kind of helps fade it into its surroundings, but I can still use the terrain tools and, play around with the lot. Also, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but when it came to landscaping, I kept all of the same plants that were in the original build and just added a little bit more and kind of just made it look a little bit more cohesive, I guess. I don't know. I didn't want it to be too overgrown, but I also didn't want it to be too manicured. I kind of wanted to keep it, random, I guess. But anyway, that's kind of like the little precursor of what to expect with this build. But right now I'm working on the kitchen, and this house I probably use the most, actually I know I use the most custom content in this build that I have with any others in this series, including the San Myshuno season. And I used a couple sets, a couple pieces from a couple of the sets, primarily being, I can't remember, I can't pronounce it. It's Domain something by Pierre Sims. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And I also used the console table from Hey Harry's, I think either the organic and the bookshelf too collection, or the country collection. I can't remember, but it's by Hey Harry. So, but now I'm working on the bedroom, and I need to go back and play test this. Although I'm not sharing this build because I used a lot of CC. I do need to go back and test to make sure that, they can get around the bed because of the dresser. I hope so. It looks like they should be able to. But anyway, I didn't record doing the bathroom because, you know me, all of my bathrooms look the same. So I just kind of just cut those out. The upstairs bathroom and the downstairs bathroom are identical, but in hindsight, I probably should have put a shower in there somewhere. But, I always find something that I should have done differently whenever I'm playing this back. Now we're working on the library, and I even used a custom content computer, which I think was by 6MCC, I think. Don't quote me on that though. But I think the only thing that isn't custom content on the interior of the house are the steps, the doors, and those kinds of things, and the windows and the doorways. But anyway, now I'm working on the landscaping, and I'm just trying to figure out how tall I want the foundation to be, how tall I want the terrain, the terrain to be in the backyard or in the yard around behind the house. So yeah, the backyard. Anyway, like I said, I don't really use terrain tools very often, because this is about the only way I can get it to look somewhat decent. And I do kind of like it this way. Like I said, it keeps it all blended in with the surrounding area, but it gives it a lot more dimension. But I think I'm getting ready. Oh, I did skip ahead a little bit. Also, that terrain paint there is one that I made from the brick flooring from Realm of Magic. I don't know if I've shared that or not. I'm still trying to perfect it because there's a clear line per tile that I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of and to make it still look decent. But I decided to use it for this. You can't really see it unless you're really close up to it. But I decided to use it for this build because, again, I thought it would look nice with that rustic feel. The original pathway to the house was curved and everything, and I had thought about doing that, but I kind of like the straight path. I also kept the grill and the picnic table out back. I probably should have put some more outdoor stuff since Brant loves the outdoors. I can kind of see him spending more time out there in the backyard and doing things. I probably also should have put some gardening stuff. But again, hindsight, I always find something that I should have done differently, or that I should have added after the fact. But anyway, I think we are just about to wrap up this speed build here. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.